can't cut the camera.
and acted like he discharged it.
So a imaginary gun is a terroristic, like pew pew.
Well, it says, did then if they're unlawfully threatened to commit an offense, namely murder, upon a member of the defendant's family, namely Jesse James Arizola Sr., hereinafter called the complainant with intent to place the complainant in fear of imminent serious bodily injury.
So an imaginary gun is a terroristic threat like pew pew? That was a real judge trying to make sense of a son accused of swinging a metal pipe, threatening his father, and then pretending to fire an invisible handgun while saying he killed a whole family. Today's court has to decide, is this enough for a terroristic threat? Should he stay on bond? And how dangerous is the situation for the parents he keeps returning to? Let's watch the exchange and then break down what's actually happening here.
Mr. Arzola, I'm bringing you out because with us, you're on bond for a terroristic threat. The next day you pick up a criminal mischief, or maybe it's the same transaction. I don't know. All I know is that now you've picked up a felony violation, you picked up a violation of protective order with us. And the bond is set at $100,000 on. I have no idea what happened. We're going to find out. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir. No, just the VPO, please. If you can be loud.
Yes. On April 30th, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, officers were dispatched to a disturbance call. Officers arrived and met with the complaining witness who stated that the defendant is his son. The complaining witness was informed that the defendant was causing a disturbance at his shop and warning criminally trespassed. The defendant refused to leave and refused to sign a trespass warning given by officer. Officer then found the defendant had an active protective order prohibiting from being at the location.
So this is the terroristic threat, I imagine, had the protective order.
I believe so.
And so the court knows, I think the one that ends with 9-2, that one was no PC. I think that one's being dismissed or was dismissed, but that leaves open the other three cases.
Oh, there was another terroristic threat.
There's two terroristic threats. One was no PC'd, and I believe that's being dismissed. And then there's just so the court.
Yes, I didn't realize they're all basically within the same. So what happened on the terroristic threat and the mischief, I guess?
On the mischief, judge, on April 28th, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, officers met with the complaining witness who stated that the defendant is his son. But he always stated that the event struck several vehicles with metal pipe, breaking the taillight left panel and damaging the front hood. The complaining witness stated the defendant did start considering evidence, gestured a handgun, and acted like he was discharging it. That's on the.
It's a terroristic threat.
You what?
That is.
You read that again?
Correction.
He acted like he had
And acted like he discharged it.
So a imaginary gun is a terroristic, like pew pew.
Well, it says, did then if they're unlawfully threatened to commit an offense, namely murder, upon a member of the defendant's family, namely Jesse James Arizola Sr., hereinafter called the complainant with intent to place the complainant in fear of imminent serious bodily injury.
I have a little more.
Okay.
Defendant used his right hand to gesture a handgun, acted like he discharged on him while stating that he was going to kill him and all of his family.
What? Oh, is something.
I mean, I just got it, Your Honor. So I had, I need to look at everything. I haven't seen anything yet.
Zarzol, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I can't give you a PR bond, man. Just, you scare me. The last thing I want is I don't want you to go back, and I don't want you to do something that you will eternally regret. It's mom and dad, man, Look at me. What's going on with you?
The paperwork on.
Just say no.
What I'm going to do now, Mr. Arzola, I'm going to have you speak to some people because we need to figure out how to go forward. I don't know. Just don't go back over there. Do you understand? I don't know if you're going to get out, but if you do, I'm putting a monitor on your ankle and I don't want you to go back over there. I'll obviously give you a bond reduction on 100,000. I think it's a little excessive, but I'm going to revoke his PR bonds. You know, he was on a PR bond. I'm assuming he was on a PR bond and went back. Is that right? Because the first offenses happened on the 28th. Now the DPO
And this, so the VKO has sent them that.
It has been assigned to DVD or
so 2 days later it goes back, and so that's why
it's not going to be theirs. But I don't know who the DV prosecutor is.
Can you get all the
They're going to share everything they have with me. Yes, sir. Can take a little.
police badge numbers and the police that were there that arrived?
It'll be in the report once I get
the
the
report. Everything.
And can we go to trial?
We sure can, but it's one step at a time, okay? We're not there yet, but we can go to trial if that's what we're wanting.
Arzola, the only other thing I'm going to ask you is that I don't know if you're taking anything, some kind of illegal substances,
Drug free?
but, you know, are you supposed to be taking anything?
No, I'm drug free.
Are you supposed to be taking
No.
anything? Have you talked to a doctor or they prescribed you anything? Because we can have you also talk to a doctor too to see if there's something to be taking. I don't know. I'm trying to just
Concerned about anything like that?
help you out so that you don't. That's it. So look, I'll let you talk to Greg. You guys figure out how we go forward. So I'll set the bond at 5,003 on the VPO.
Yeah.
I want you to understand something, Mr. Arzola. I'm issuing a protective order now on the violation case. If you violate those conditions, I can have a hearing to hold you at zero bond until these cases are over with. Do you understand? The only thing I'm asking you to do is don't have contact with your dad. Don't go over.
What charges?
Their
Exactly.
charges are terroristic threat of a family member, criminal mischief, and violation of
And what I want to say is that the so-called Training police trespassed on my property.
Okay.
So I'm trying to say that those charges are bogus. All those charges.
Noted.
Well, look, the evidence is going to point to whose side is correct. I don't know. We weren't there. But it'll take time to get the evidence. There'll be body cams. And when we get everything, we're going to show it to you so you can see what happened as well. Okay? Hold on.
The one is 5,003, Your Honor. So what are the other two bonds?
So, yeah, hold on. Can you file? Protective order is not being been filed on the VPO. Can you file it so that we can do it?
Sure. We can, we'll have, Sebastian.
So what I'm doing is I'm now entering an order, Mr. Arzola, that identifies Mr. Arzola Sr. as a protected individual. You cannot commit family violence or an assault against this person. Commit an act in furtherance of an all section.
Oh.
Yeah, we will, but
I feel that what you're saying is really irrelevant because the impersonating police officers that trespassed on my property gave me bogus charges. So the police,
I don't
the police that arrested me, I want to go to trial.
We're going to go to trial, but we're not there yet. Okay.
Let me do this one last thing, though. I need you to listen real quick, Mr. Arzola. The protective order says that you cannot go within 200 feet of where your dad lives, where your dad works. You cannot be in possession of weapons. You cannot communicate with this person in a threat.
I'm mentioning that I'm not concerned.
Should be.
Well,
This just says you can't go there. We'll talk about everything else in trial.
When explain
if my family and my parents didn't write any police report or sign any paperwork, I'm not concerned what is being said.
I'll have Greg reach out to your folks to figure out what they say. Okay. You cannot stalk your parents. You cannot be in possession of a firearm or use anyone else to communicate a threat or harassment behavior to your father. All right. We're going to have him sign everything, Greg.
Okay.
We'll sign your motion. And then
I want to go to trial, and I want to be appointed a new lawyer, a court-appointed lawyer.
just raise it up by $1.
So that makes it what? 1,001. That one on each other. Okay.
All right, Mr. Arzola, we're going to have you sign these documents. After that, we'll have you.
I want a new court-appointed attorney.
You just met him. Okay. But we need him to sign stuff. Okay. GPS prior to release, no drugs, no alcohol. Hey, what's he got in his fingers there? He grabbed something. Oh, it's gone.
Sign my evaluation. Okay, thank you.
I don't know if it's like, I don't know.
I don't know. I mean,
And then whatever you need, we'll give it to you, Wave the signature. It's okay. Wave.
so I'll explain to them.
Here's where the judge landed. He found probable cause, revoked the earlier PR bonds, and then dropped the $100,000 bond down to about $5,003, issued a strict protective order, and then warned that any violation could lock him in at zero bond. The defendant says the charges are bogus and wants a trial. That's exactly where this is headed. Probable cause isn't guilt. A jury will decide whether that imaginary gun and those words meet the legal definition of a terroristic threat. What do you think? Did the judge strike the right balance here? If you like real courtroom breakdowns with no sensationalism, hit subscribe for the next bench breakdown.